Very good. Did we lose him? Oh, no. All right, he'll get here. All right. Well, thank everybody for coming out. And first, before we kick this off, I know there was a 4-year-old boy who went missing at Jean Lafitte National Park yesterday. It's a federal park, but Sheriff LaPinto, the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office, has taken point on it, and I'm sure Sheriff LaPinto will talk about that more later. But our prayers go out to that family, and we wish the search party well as they're in the middle of trying to find the 4-year-old boy out there at Jean Lafitte. So I appreciate the work that Sheriff LaPinto is doing to help assist in that. I had asked these sheriffs from around the region to get together. Obviously, around the country, we're seeing an alarming increase in crime. In many cities, we're seeing large spikes in crime, especially violent crime. You're also seeing increased difficulties getting people to sign up for law enforcement. There's larger numbers of people retiring from law enforcement, and I've seen morale in some areas very low. Clearly, you've seen some of these efforts to defund the police that I strongly object to, that have had an impact. But being a police officer is a tough job. It's a tough job in good times. But even in days like today, we've never needed the men and women who put their lives on the line to keep our community safe more than we do now. And so I first want to start off by thanking these sheriffs and the men and women in uniform who risk their lives to keep our community safe, because it's important that they know we have their back. It's what makes our community stronger, knowing that if something goes wrong, we can call on law enforcement. I've said this many times. I would not be alive today if it wasn't for the bravery and heroism of police officers who saved me and so many other members of Congress that day on the ball field 4 years ago. And so I know the sacrifices that they make, but they're also dealing with a lot of challenges. And so we talked about some of those today. We talked about some of the things that are happening on the ground and how we at the federal level can be helpful. And also things that are moving through Congress that we need to make sure are keeping an eye on what we can do to help law enforcement be successful while not undermining the things that law enforcement need to do to keep our community safe. So with that, I know we're gonna open it up to questions, but I wanted to have each of the sheriffs that would like to say a few words share their thoughts too, and then we'll be happy to open it up. Start here, Sheriff LaPinto. Thank you for hosting us, and if you want to kick it off.